Good day, everyone, and welcome to Home at the Hollow. My name is Glennis, and welcome to my kitchen. I want to thank y'all so much for joining me today. We're going to just head right into it. This is, kind of like a nod to a fellow Nashvilleian, and her name is Ann Byrne, I believe. And she, puts out several cookbooks using cake mixes, and then she went to like Dinner Doctor and several different books like that. But this is kind of like my nod to Ann Byrne and her books. This is so super basic. This is what I had in my pantry. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but I do know that I have a new neighbor, and y'all know what happens when new neighbors happen. But without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. I've already greased, and with my miracle grease, I'll drop a link below. Y'all should try that. It is so good. But what I've got here are 4 room temperature eggs. I've got 1 cup of sour cream. I've got I believe a 3-ounce package of pistachio flavored pudding. Now, mine, when I went through the pantry, I've got sugar-free, so I'm not really sure how this is. I mean, by rights, you mix it up and it's, gels up like it's supposed to for a pudding, but I don't know. We're just going to see about this. And I have a lemon cake mix. I was on here the other day and I was thinking about lemon, and how lemon, when you're baking it, makes the house just go nuts. So, and I thought, well, yeah, I haven't made biscotti in a very long time. And this is not biscotti. No, it's not, but you know what? That's okay. So I'm going to just mix up my room temperature eggs. And I thought I had, yeah, it's over there. Just, I also have my vanilla sugar here. Now, if you don't have, I have a lemon box cake mix here. If you don't have lemon, use yellow, use white. But I thought, well, lemon, pistachio might be interesting. The biscotti that I make is lemon and pistachio, and it's one of the favorites of a few coworkers that I know, and they absolutely love it. And so I figured, well, why not in a cake? All right, I'm just going to add my sour cream. Everything is at room temperature. I feel like room temperature. I feel like room temperature eggs rise a little bit better for you. And just going to let this happen. I do have like a half a cup or so of just granulated sugar, and I've got a little bit of cinnamon in there. I'm not going to add it to the cake. I mean, not yet. I'm going to get this smooth as I can. Gosh, it was many years after I moved out of my mom's house that I even had any kind of a mixer like this or anything. And yeah, that's pretty nice. I've got some lemon cake mix, and we're just going to place this right in there. Just unceremoniously, poof. I'm going to go ahead and add my instant pistachio pudding mix. And get rid of some of this. I know my new neighbor is remodeling like a really fixer-upper. And so I'm not really sure how, their kitchen, really is. So I don't even know. This may turn some awful color. I'm not sure. But you know what? I'm going to go for it. it's gonna look, I know it's really technically almost, or now, almost summer, but I guess that'll be okay. I mean, it is turning green, y'all. But you know what? It's okay. It's all good. It's just absolutely perfect, and that's the gist of the cake. Just want to get it, make sure I get it really, really I hope this is good. It'd be awful if it wasn't, huh? Now, I guess if you wanted to, if you felt compelled, you could add a little bit being like a quarter of a teaspoon of almond extract or vanilla. But I'm gonna just let this go. You could add, if you wanted to, you could add some lemon zest, some fresh lemon zest. I think we're virtually there. But what I'm going to do, I'm pretty sure that won't drip, but you know, you never know. I always do really good at making a mess. That's okay. It's all fun. It's all in fun. Just make sure that, scrape the sides and make sure that it looks like you want it to look. Let's see how it's looking. It's looking pretty good. Wow, but what I'm going to do is, now, you know, at this point, if you wanted to, if you have some chopped, sliced almonds and sprinkle it in there, but I'm going to pass because I'm not really sure about them. But what I am going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of my vanilla sugar and allow it to caramelize lightly on the top, which will be the top of this cake. I'm going to, if I can, this is so thick. Oh, it's just so pretty. I mean, I like green. This is definitely green. And bake this 350, I mean, y'all know, 30 minutes, 35 minutes or so, something like that. No, not right now. I have a helper. No, not right now. Thank you. And, you know, y'all know how to test for doneness. I don't have to spell that out for you. I have like steel skewers, and I couldn't find them the other day, wooden skewers. But what I'm going to do is, with the cinnamon sugar, I'm going to, you know, add, excuse the fingers, but hey, I'm gonna add just, you know, like a couple of little handfuls through here. And what I'm going to do is just, you know, get a butter knife and kind of work it in through there. And that'll add, you know, a little bit more dimension to it. And there we go. There we go. 350 until until done. 30-35 minutes. I'll start checking it and we will be back. So I'm back. This is just out of the oven, and I think you can see how it has risen up, and I want you to see the color. And there you go, a little bit of browning and a little bit of the cake coming through. But I'm going to let this set and cool probably 20 or 30 minutes, I'm thinking. But no matter what, I'm going to bring y'all back here and see if we can get this turned out in one piece. I hope so, in one piece. But you know what, if I don't, I think I'm going to make like a confectioner's, like just a drizzle, and I can hide anything, almost anything with that. But we'll be back in a few minutes. I've already sifted my confectioner sugar. I'm going to add just a wee bit being a half a teaspoon of some vanilla extract. And I've just finished straining this lemon extract. Just a spoonful. Just give it a good stir. I don't want to add cream to this, although I'm sure it would be delicious. I don't want to add cream to it because I want this to be able to sit on the counter with no problem. And we're going to just set this aside. I do have a few sprinkles, I'm just going to see how they look. And we've still got a few more minutes to try to turn this out. I've been working with my confectioner sugar, and this is the consistency I use. You do you, but this was maybe a half a cup, 3/4 of a cup of confectioner sugar. And there you go. So we're going to try to turn this out. My timer is just about to go off. I have my plate and my cake plate ready. I can tell you there's nothing prettier than to have a fresh baked cake sitting on your island, your counter, in your dining room, whatever you have. And of course I made sure my plate fit. I'm notorious for putting one in there that doesn't fit. Please, please. And of course, my magic pan release did just that. I'm gonna hold on to this so y'all can see. That looks really, really pretty. I'm gonna let this finish cooling. We're gonna put some glaze on it after it cools, and maybe a couple of sprinkles. There's my timer. That was a half an hour that I allowed it to cool in the pan. So I hope you join me. We're going to glaze this in a little bit and slice into this and see how this tastes. But yes, I'm going to allow this to really totally finish cooling for another hour or two, because as soon as I put that dome on here, the condensation will, start forming, and that's not ever good for a cake. So a couple of hours to let it get totally cold before you cover it. I think that I have allowed this to cool off enough. I hope so. But I'm going to just give it a wee bit of a drizzle, or a lot of a drizzle. I don't know, but I like this cake mold because it will hold whatever it is that you're drizzling. It's not going to escape some of these, and it absolutely will hold some of this confectioner drizzle. I'm not really sure if I'm going to use the sprinkles or not. I don't know. I'm making a mess. Always. I just, I can't help myself. But I guess that's one way of making sure you get a clean kitchen. I think so. And I'm probably going to use all of this. I mean, what I did is I did add extracts to this, and I opened up my elderflower extract, and I added just a titch. I'm not really sure. Let's see how this is going to look. I don't know. I mean, I guess it would, give everybody an idea of what's in store for them. So a little bit of green. And there you go. I'm going to continue to allow this to cool off, and we're going to come and cut this and have one taste. Now, I say one taste because, since, I don't know when, April something, 15th or something like that, I have been working on my weight, working on a diet, and I have one of those scales where, you sync it with your phone and it tracks things, and you know, all of that kind of wonderful stuff. So woohoo, it continues to go down, and I had not like weighed in like 2 weeks. And I'm like, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad, you know. I mean, I'm always trying to be conscious and aware of what I'm eating and stuff, but I can't say especially the last week, I've been really wonderful. But anyway, and I stepped on the scale, and I was really so surprised. And it's all good, all awesome. And I'm hoping, you know, I'm kind of hoping by Christmas, that most of it will be gone. I don't know. You know, as you get older, it takes a little bit longer, if at all. So all I can do is, you know, carry on with what I'm doing. And as long as the scale is going that way, I'm happy. But one taste, and then the bulk of this is going over to the neighbor's house. But there you go. So we are going to cut into this. I think I'm a little bit tilted here. My apologies, y'all, but we're going to cut into this. I think y'all can see. Yeah, y'all can see. I'm going to cut just a very, very small bit. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, is it ever right? Oh, y'all. It's really bright. But you know what, wasn't it fun? I'm going to take a taste. I think I'm going to taste the edge, like right here. I don't think you would ever know that the pudding mix that I put in here was sugar-free. I don't think it really, in the greater scheme of things, I don't think it made a huge, huge difference. But isn't that just so sweet? So I don't know if you ever have occasion to have a colored cake like this. But so good. I hope that y'all give it a try. And it, you know, as y'all know, I'll put the ingredients below. Of course, it wasn't horribly complicated. It's light. It really is. It's fluffy. And it does have a slight lemon flavor. It's not like crazy like a lemon cake, like you expect a lemon cake mix to be. And I can't really taste the pistachio like you think that you would, right? So it's kind of, they're kind of all blended in sort of together, which I find nice. I mean, I don't mind pistachio and I don't mind lemon, but these blended together really well. I hope that you give this a try. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then of course I always hope you do. I would appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up and drop me a comment below. There you go. I hope that y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I hope that you join me here home at the Hollow. Goodbye, y'all.